give me fire, give me that one to the side. All right, welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV. Tonight it's the RGR Racing League and the ACS. That's the Affordable Construction Specialist Series. We're here for the Georgia Peach 160. I just had Barron flown in this beautiful helicopter here. Barron, we got Atlanta here tonight.
Boy, are my arms tired. Yeah, big ATL tonight, and we're doing it on the old circuit, which means these guys are going to be drivers tonight, Dean.
Yeah, definitely going to have to handle it. I mean, you look in on our race info here, and we'll get the weather up for you. 97, so cloud over the track here. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Probably won't get a whole lot hotter. This is kind of a bonus for these guys out here, Barron. I mean, you expect that Atlanta in midsummer, heck, 120 on the track minimum.
Oh, for sure. Look, it's still going to get loose on these guys. This track does not disappoint where that is concerned. We get about 15 laps in, these tires are going to start going away. This is a great driver's track, too. Multiple lines, multiple grooves. You're going to see a lot of guys coming and going tonight, Dean. This could be a pretty special one.
Yeah, I agree. I think those who go out hard are going to pay the price, but track position is at a premium as well, so lots of interesting decisions. We'll see where the fuel mileage takes us. Lots going on here.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how, so the RGR series delivers a lot of long green flag runs. Pit road is really, really treacherous here. Getting on and off in a green stop condition can be a game changer for some drivers tonight. Those that have practiced this pit stop are going to do pretty well, and those that haven't, we're going to see some uh-oh moments.
Yeah, I expect we will. I've seen some guys coming in pretty slow onto pit road, Barron, still getting loose under braking, so brake bias switching could be very important here tonight.
It's very important, especially, as these tires wear. So for those kids in the audience that don't know what we're talking about, you can adjust the pressure in which the brakes are applied front to back. The more rear brake that's in these trucks, the easier it is for them to steer under load. So as the race wears on, you'll see guys actually move that brake bias to the back to allow those rear wheels to help the car turn. But when you're under an emergency braking situation, Dean, you can spin it out for the same reason.
Now here we ride on with Ledford coming on to pit road. Pretty good entrance there. I don't see a whole lot wrong with that.
No, did a pretty good job. We'll see how worn those tires are, though.
Check in on your helicopter again. Make sure nobody's vandalizing it.
Blue Thunder right there, baby.
Looking on Corey Martin out here, getting a couple of practice laps in. There's Fred Lester. Right now, though, we ask everybody to rise up out of their seats as Alicia Shipman comes in to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave
Dean, I just love that every time. I know people get tired of hearing me say it, but it's so much fun to hear her sing.
It really is. Love her singing. Love the national anthem of the U.S. Beautifully done. Ready to go racing here, Baron. I can't wait to get it going here. Atlanta, I wish I was out there. Here we go. Tonight's starting grid. It's Randy McCanney out there with that Ford Performance machine on the point with a time of 31.320. George Leal, ever present at the front. They'll start on the outside of row one. It's Nate Mower and Brandon Sheffield in row number 2. Mower, your points leader. Greg Ratliff and Jason Spear will be in row 3. It's Merton and McMillan in row 4. Row 5, Person and Ripka. You got Adam Newton and Zach Hartwick starting in row 6. Row 7, Walker Cole and Claus Williams. And you got Jackson, Gay, Whitford, Olson, Otto Vianney, Gilly, Musial, Cole, Ledford, Williams, and others, I believe. So a nice 30-car field here tonight with George Dibble and Brantley at the back here. Gonna be a good one.
Looks like Sheffield's starting shotgun again, Dean. It's going to be interesting to see if he can climb through the field the way he did 2 weeks ago. It'd be a good watch.
Yeah, for sure. In Sheffield, you know, if you're not here by a certain time to qualify or practice, you will start at the back. So he's been doing that a lot. And boy, he's good enough to come through there. Getting ready to go green flag racing here. The Georgia Peach 160 is underway.
Interesting about these restarts, these tires are nice and fresh, plenty of grip in them. Minute that green flag goes, these guys can put the power down. As these tires wear, that can be a real handful. And you'll see guys actually feather these throttles as they go to green on later starts.
Look like Greg Ratliff already starting the feathering process.
Well, we'll see who's done the long runs here. You know, the longer run is going to be, a little bit more of a challenge. You'll see some guys early on just drift to the back to see where the tire situation is later on.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think that's wise, right? There's a bit of feeling out here to do as we look in on Adam Newton here in the number 2. And this paint job's going to give people fits out here.
Well, so it's a backstory to this. A friend of mine has a Mini, and it's got all the Dale Earnhardt paint schemes that he ran with any consistency. And his painter, Scott Olson, took this as a challenge and designed this scheme directly for Adam. And tonight, Adam is running one very unique paint scheme for all the Dale Senior fans out there. If you can name all the paint schemes on there, you're better than I am.
Great looking paint for sure. Bernard Person right behind him in another Olson creation. These guys back here run 2 wide, thinking about 3 wide. We're not done with our little paint surprises here tonight.
Well, Scott Olson said, "Hold my beer."
Looking car out front, McCanney setting the pace. Leal hanging right with him. Mower in 3rd. It's Jason Spear in 4th. Ratliff in 5th. Let's go on board with Mr. Ratliff. Well, actually, as he makes a pass, if you look up on the right side, right in front of your camera there, Baron, there's a message for you.
I don't see anything yet, Dean.
Baron Trump 2024.
He wants me to be a vice president. I love it.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if you would be better than what we got. I think you would, Baron.
I couldn't get it worse, could it?
I don't think so.
For the record, kids, I do drink too much, so this will be a good laugh track. Yeah, that's pretty special. I love it.
Yeah. I think it's been in a couple of places, and we were not able to locate it in previous broadcasts.
Right.
So our top 2's doing a nice job. Mower sitting in 3rd. There's Ratliff. How about Spear and Newton? Both of them. person right there chasing. So what I'm noticing too, Baron, is a lot on the high line. That is not a traditional Atlanta line.
It is and it isn't, Dean. So depending on how your truck's handling will determine whether or not you're going to be on a high line. Is it the fast way? Most people would argue no. But will it save you tires? Most people argue yes. So that being said, you'll see some guys opt for that.
Okay, interesting. The high line saving tires. Sorry, as I choke down some grape juice here.
Is that what they're calling it now?
They are. Woo! Strong stuff, Baron.
That's what she said.
You see Ripka trying to make a move. We're almost 3 wide, coming out of 4. Oh no, and there goes the 34. Corey Martin around. Spinning. Still spinning. He keeps it safe. No caution on the track.
Grab a gear, buddy.
Cow.
Let's go. Yep. Grab a gear, buddy. Let's go.
Wow, that is tragedy for Corey Martin.
I don't know if he got help there or if he just got loose coming out. It's only lap 9. These things really don't fall apart until 15 to 20.
Well, let's get a little replay on it and have a look. So Corey on the bottom here. Coming through
bush
the
machine.
corner. Looks like a little wiggle and he comes up and into McMillan. He kind of
Chased
does,
it.
yeah.
Got a little help. Yep.
Very subtle touch there, but at these speeds, at this slickness, boy, you're going around if you touch anything, aren't you?
You got that right. Yep. So good hands, good drive, but he's got some work to do now.
Yeah, nice job to be certain. Here comes Claus Williams down the middle here, looking to split the 50 and 80. Don't try and do math, folks. It's tough.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yep. Mike McMillan, kind of a part-time driver, that Spear Motorsports group. Good to see Mike back in the field.
Yeah, definitely. And that's Walker in that 50. So Walker Cole out here in the furniture machine. Should have recognized those colors, Baron.
Yeah, sure. Brought his title sponsor over to the Truck Series. Love Walker and what he's doing over in late models and super lates. Brought his dad with him tonight.
Back up front, Randy McCanney. You see our top 3. Leal second, Mower third. Ratliff and Newton now together. Spear and Person together with Ripka. Then it's McMillan. McMillan looked good in practice. Can he do something out here tonight?
So we're lap 12 of this run, and the next 3 to 5 laps, we're going to start seeing some guys really with their hands full. Those are going to be real interesting in-car shots, Dean. So I hope we get to see how hard these guys are working at Atlanta.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that is the thing, isn't it, Baron? I mean, about lap 15, things really change around here.
Yeah, they go through a nice cycle, and then it's catch and pitch the whole time. You'll see these hands. You'll see that little orange thing start to dance a lot.
It's right there in the center, already dancing, Baron.
Yeah, he's already got his hands full. Yeah.
And this is Sheffield, very good driver, so he's trying to keep it calm. He does not want to dance around. It's just a necessity here.
Exactly, and he's in 15th. He had to start deep in the field, so he's made his way through. But right now, it is, tragic how loose these things will start to get.
See
And
everybody chasing
could
it
almost
up the track.
Yeah, you could almost set your watch by lap 20. We get the caution. Like it's almost a certainty.
And Walker, all kinds of loose, right in front of Zach Hertwick, Michael Ottoviani. So already getting a little crazy here.
Well, Dean, you could talk a little bit about why they're getting so loose. It starts at the front end, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, the tires just aren't there. I mean, the front end does not feel planted into the track, and it just wants to skate up the track. It's much like a front-wheel drive in snow for anybody from the north. It's very difficult. It just, you're going to have to chase it up the track, or you're going to have to slow down on entry and try to roll out.
And that's the challenge, isn't it, Dean? When we get a bunch of guys around each other. Now you got to, negotiate that kind of instability around other competitors.
Well, it's such a terrible track or a great one, however you want to look at it. I particularly like it and think it's great because your driving will affect your car, and you can affect your car how the track is on the day. So, for instance, you can drive in a little harder and grind up that right front a little bit more if you think on the long run that'll actually benefit you. Because if you try to slow roll and get off the corner really good, well, you might start burning those rears up, and boy, oh boy, a loose track becomes like a sheet ice.
That it does. That it does, Dean. And let the fun begin.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, this is a real thinker's race tonight. I know we got guys out front, McCanny, Leal, and Mower doing a great job, and they're looking great right now, but things are going to change drastically over this run. We're about halfway through the run right now. And for those who care, football's back, baby.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's not quite real football yet, but a couple of exhibition games on. Anybody out there knows I love my football, love my Lions. They're playing tonight.
Yep. Patriots are playing tonight, too. Unfortunately, that's my team now.
Well,
Gotta stay with them.
that's it. Rebuilding's fun. McCanny has fallen. So McCanny back, Leal out front, Mower now takes second. Not sure what happened with Randy McCanny.
Well, he's under pressure still.
Well, let's get a look in on their pass for the lead here. So you see here, good run by Leal. McCanny seemingly overdrives the entry, and boy does he. He catches the wall, it grabs him. That allows him by, and Mower's also going to get by. And that's how easy it is. I mean, that's basically what Atlanta is. Wait for someone to make these kinds of mistakes. Randy did make that mistake. We got ourselves a new race leader.
It is so hard to pass here, too, once these tires are worn. Look at how loose he is, Dean. Look at that.
Mower dancing all over the place.
Yeah, just crazy loose. It's a finesse track, even though you're doing 180 miles an hour.
It is, and it feels like you're crawling, Baron. You want to get on the gas, but the truth is, those who stay stable and slow are actually faster. So
exactly.
It's so tricky. I love it. I just absolutely love this track. It's a shame they had to, from my perspective, make it a super speedway style track now.
Well, that'll change over time also, Dean. As these, hot summers and cool winters get working on that pavement, they're not going to be hold it wide open, So I think we'll get back there again, Dean, but it might be another year or two.
All right. See Newton there. There's Ratliff. There's Ripka. Some of the heavy hitters making their way towards the front here. This does have a feeling of a Ripka track, or a Ratliff track for that matter.
How loose Ripka is too. He's just trying to make a pass. He said, I'm faster, but I just can't complete it unless I do something, daring here. And the 5's not doing anything wrong. Just can't clear him much yet.
Well, we've seen Ward with that move down at Rockingham, where he threw it in. One of the cleanest, a dive bomb, so to speak, you can have, or a slide job, I should say. It's a beautiful thing, Baron.
Yeah, it was. Ripka feels like he's got himself clear, but watch how quickly the 5 gets back to the bumper.
Yeah, and let's not cut out Spear. Spear, loves these long runs. He's looking good out here. He might be feeling something here tonight.
Yeah, Jason likes this track, so it'll be good for him. Yeah, he's got that high line. Ooh, somebody's in the wall right behind him, Dean. It's Bernard Person just clipped the wall. He's going to lose a spot.
Yeah, he's not careful. You're going to lose a couple here. They're going to go 3 wide or close to it. Claw's thinking about it, kind of easing out of it, I think.
Well, he knows how quickly those two trucks in front of him are going to come together. You can't be the meat in that sandwich. What's your favorite sandwich, Dean?
My favorite sandwich? I don't know. I mean, a BLT without the T?
You got BL
That's right.
and
Bacon,
mayo.
baby. You can't go wrong.
I agree. Cannot go wrong with that at all. No, sir. I'm a club sandwich guy.
Okay.
Yep.
That's basically the same thing, is it not?
Nice thick club. No, it's got turkey, it's got ham, it's got bacon, it's got 2 different types of cheeses.
Yeah, good club's good.
Yep.
Do they need toothpicks in them? Cut in corners?
It depends on how ravishing you are with that. Because, I mean, if you bite into it and the meat squirts out the back, you've just ruined your sandwich.
Wow.
That's a real problem, dude.
It sounds like a problem.
It is.
I should work on that. I'm going to have to do some testing tonight.
Traction control, babe. That's what it's all about.
So, Leo, your race leader now. Mower is still rocking the bottom. Now, I like this personally. A lot of guys will go up to the high side. They think, like you said, saving tire. It's a little smoother ride or whatever. I think if you can ride a little slower, but that inside lane being a little quicker way around the track, all things even out, except for, I think he can save a lot of tire down there.
Well, and George Leal just made you a liar, didn't he? Because he was down there for a minute, then he went up top as you were talking about him. It's like he heard you.
Well, there's no doubt there's speed up there, but I'm just, in general, for the long green flag run, which we are seeing right now, I like Mower's line. I like what he's doing. I mean, Leal, great racer, McCanny, Newton, Ripke, all these guys, man. I'm not going to second guess their own choices. I'm just telling you what I prefer.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, look, we were talking about Brandon Sheffield. He has cracked the top 10, Dean.
Yeah, showing down 6 spots. I don't know why that would be. He did start at the rear, did he not, Baron?
He did. Shotgun on the field, up to 9th.
All right, so he's gained close to 20 spots here. I mean, you got Brian Cole out in this race. Haven't talked on Brian yet. Brian is currently up 9 spots. He's in a gaggle here with Otto Viani is right in here. Whitford's in there. Ricky Williams.
Zach Hartwick.
Yeah.
William Gay. We haven't talked about William. Good to see William back on the track.
Oh, and you brought up Hartwick, and he's in the wall. Barron, that's not appropriate.
That's the booth jinx right there. Sorry.
He does not look healthy up there. He's trying to bring it back up to speed, but that truck is not steering well. And he is struggling to come on to pit road behind him. That looks like maybe Justin White. I don't know who that is.
Claus is in.
Or that's Brantley. Jason Brantley comes in. Looks like he's got a little damage. We'll see a lot of damage out here. So lap 31. So this is very interesting. I think with 104 laps, Baron, I'm going to do a little math for you here, but I'm thinking 34, 35 laps is where you want to be. Don't get out the abacus now.
Well, we got to find a consistent way to do these mileage races, or we're just going to keep missing, Dean.
Well, 35 laps, it gets you to 105, so I think that would be good. Anybody who can complete lap 35 will be solid. Word is it, gas mileage right around that number, 35, 36, so going to be interesting here.
Sure will, yeah.
We know what these guys do. This is green flag racing. I mean, it's rare to get a caution out here, so these guys are going to have to sit in, buckle in for the long ride. Stop asking if we're almost there, Baron.
Are we there yet? Nope.
And hold your pee, for God's sakes.
Joey Doucette in the room asking, how do you join this league, Dean?
Well, Joy, it's easy enough. You set up a meeting with the guys over at RGR, Todd Gilly, George Dibble, and others. But reach out to them. I know Mr. Doucette. He knows Adam Newton. You can reach out to Newton. He can hook you up with that. The one thing they will not do is let a guy in without a meeting or on the day of a race. So it's not that hard to get in, apply, set up a meeting with RGR, and they'd be happy to have you. I mean, great league, great green flag racing out here tonight. George Leal currently leading this race. Mower in second, McCanny in third. As we're about ready for pit stops, I think we'll go on board, Baron.
Let's do this.
So McCanny back here.
Look how long he's out of that gas tank.
It's incredible. So we're not seeing, well, someone down. That looks like Newton. Here we go. Person's in. We're on board with them. Some guys slipping and sliding a bit. That was a pretty good entrance from Mr. Bernard Person.
I think Bernie nailed it there. What do you think?
Yeah, I do. I think he nailed it quite well. So all these boys are on here pitting. Now we bring up our pit board. Most of our leaders still out on the track. And the 5 of Ratliff is sideways. He missed his stall or got hit or something. Nice move to get it in there, though.
That is tragic, but he's
He's
lost a
still
little
trying.
time here. Yeah.
He's in all kinds of trouble down there. Someone help that man. At least get him a drink, Baron. Well, let's hop on board with Ripka here. He's still out on the track. Is Ripka coming in? Looks like he may be. Pretty aggressive.
Look.
No, this is pretty
Yeah, he's
aggressive.
coming in. Yep. Look how fast those hands are, Dean. My goodness.
Yeah, that's pretty good right there.
Yep.
Olsen in as well. And
That's as close as you get.
I don't know, Baron. We'll have to go to the tape on that one. So everything's starting to shake out right now. Fred Lester, your leader. George Dibble in second. Ricky Williams in third. They have to pit. Musial behind him also has to pit. That brings us back to guess who? It's Nate Mower. He beat George Leal off of pit road. What a move by the 60.
Well done, Nate Mower. Shout out to Paul K. Travis watching us out there in YouTube and Facebook land. Congratulations, Paul. Glad you got a little time off here. Miss you on the track, buddy. Ronnie Spear out there watching, supporting Team Spear.
Yeah, love both guys. Paul K, heck of a guy, heck of a driver. And Ronnie, what can we say? We love us some Ronnie Spear. Long-time viewer here. Got family out here running. Well known down in those North Carolina venues, Baron. So Ricky Williams out here getting a couple of laps led. Good for Ricky. Like the car.
Good looking car, yeah. I'm a fan of the color.
And Musial kind of reverses those colors. So those two out front, Mower and Leal, all alone by the looks of it, fighting for what will be the lead as Williams comes onto pit road. Newton back here chasing. Now Newton in pretty good shape. Remember what he had to go through to get where he was. Now he's got clear track. Can he do something with it?
Great looking car, Dean.
Good looking car. McCanny there in fourth. And the Smashburger, Mike McMillan in fifth. And then it's, well, I'm going to call him your guy, Baron. Brandon Sheffield here.
My guy.
I mean, he's been impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to come from the back to the front at Atlanta, and he's figured it out.
And this is a group you don't really want to be in. I mean, it's okay at the front of it, but you know, Ripka, Spear, Person, all in here in this traffic, it's going to be difficult for them to get through it.
Speaking of getting through traffic, Daryl Spear, our hard charger right now, 12 spots.
How about that? Daryl Spear. Looking good out here in the 32 machine. Justin White back here. Justin not having the night he's looking for. 17th right now. We'll see if he can pull something off a little later in the run. Ledford in 18th, Whiting 19th. You got Dibble in 20th. But back up front, George Leal leading this thing.
I got to tell you, there were times when I would be in this race and just praise Jesus it was over. And I survived, brought it home with all the fenders. That was a win.
Well, it was so bad at one point as far as it feeling like ice. I mean, from lap 5 on, you couldn't handle the car, Baron.
It was a hot mess, and, you know, every lap was treacherous, and, you know, a lot of apologies. Sponsors, teammates, competitors. Just a lot of apologies going around.
So how about this? Newton in the 2 is running them down. Now, I talked to Newton prior to the race. Not a fan of the track. What happens when someone not a fan of the track, they say? They usually win, Baron.
Well, you know, you slow down to manage your tires and all that. You don't want to get in any trouble. And all of a sudden, by slowing down, you're going faster.
Absolutely. So the battle on. I mean, things are heating up. We've been calling kind of a calm race here because we know it's got a green flag feel to it, and we're not at halfway yet. But these three, so evenly matched, and there are others. Sheffield's coming, Ripka, Spear, all kinds of guys back there coming. So I think we're going to have a thrilling finish to this one, Baron.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Dean. The way this is shaping up, you know, we got a lot of guys in, and nobody's getting away. So a lot of guys in the mix.
Absolutely. There's McCanny, not too far back. One slip up from McCanny. That's all it took. He's back in 4th now. A little further back, Mike McMillan. There's Sheffield. So Sheffield and Ripka right behind him, I do believe. So Ripka looking racy out here. Part of that Ripka Designs.
Yeah, good looking truck also there. And he's side by side with that Brandon Sheffield character, you know. Now Sheffield up 6th and 7th. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, it is, but Ripka's going by him. So Ripka on the move here.
Yeah, there. Nice pass. Nice and clean. Good job.
I mean, let's bring up our pit board and see if we got some tire differences here. Lap 35, 36, Ripka 37. So he was one of the last pitters. So, I mean, a couple of laps helps around here.
Sure does. I mean, absolutely. Uh-oh. Hang on a minute. Be right back.
10-4. We lost Bear, and I think someone came with a sandwich, maybe a club sandwich. It's hard to say. There's Otto Viani. Looks like Brian Cole trying to fight his way through, so Cole making some moves. He's up 12 spots on the night. Up front, Leal's starting to open it up. I think Mower must have had a little problem. Nothing major, but you get a little loose and a little correction. That's all it takes here. There's Sheffield. Spear working on him now as we're going to hop on board with Jason Spear. You see here, he's got a little bit of a run, but not going to get there on this lap. You see him follow in, but take a different line here. Get a little fresh air on the nose. Sheffield drifts up there. To me, it looks like a little smoother line for Mr. Spear here. But you never can say. Just like I was saying earlier in the broadcast, Sheffield could be working these tires. You can run different lines, different ways, trying to work or even run off a tire that can help you. You think it'll hurt you, but sometimes it'll help you. Could be a little gamesmanship or a little trickery going on out here. Up front, Leal still leading. Mower slowly edging back. So Mower continues to ride well. And the number 10 is right in there with them. That is Ricky Williams up there. So Ricky off the pace, 2 laps down, I do believe. But these guys pulling away a little bit from Newton. He's gotten a third. McCanny in fourth. Holding court here. He ran a 33.37. Our leaders a 33.15 and a 33.10. There's Ripka back in fifth. Him and McMillan in sixth, and Sheffield. Sheffield, I thought Spear was coming up on him, but Sheffield being crafty like we talked about, he might be working something out here.
So sorry. What a mess. What a mess of errors that was.
What, the club sandwich wasn't done right?
So first of all, I plugged the computer into an outlet that isn't working. So the message came up, hey, you're going to lose your stream if you don't plug it in. And then I kicked over the water.
The joys of being online.
Yeah, so sorry.
At least it didn't go all over your keyboard. I've done that before.
It's definitely all over the floor.
My favorite.
Then I gotta go get a towel.
My favorite all time, Baron. Put my drink with my left hand. My keyboard's there. I'm not looking because I'm so used to it. And I happened to set it right on the keyboard unwittingly, and it disconnected everything, and I couldn't figure out what was going on until I finally noticed my drink was right on top of my keyboard.
And therein lies the stupidity of me, right? Because I do the same shit.
I'm not sure, folks, but I'm pretty sure he just called me stupid.
I called me stupid, but I mean, if you want to join me, there's plenty of room on the boat.
There's lots of room. Come on board, folks.
Yep.
So someone's on the move here, and it's Justin White down here on the bottom. How about that? He's, we've seen him backing around 19th, 20th. Not sure what he was doing. And now he's starting to move. Let's get a look at when he pitted. So lap 36, so nothing really special about that. Just having a better run. You see that out of guys, Baron. The second run around, and it's almost like maybe they needed to practice.
Well, and they figured something out, too. They figured out how the truck's going to handle and what it's going to do on the long run. And, now they got their head wrapped around it. They're going to be in pretty good shape here towards the end.
Yeah, and he is coming on up there. So that's Derek Whitford having a decent run. Whitford, as soon as I mentioned him, that was Justin White. So Justin White, all kinds of loose, trying to push that machine, and that'll hurt around here, won't it, Baron?
Yeah, Jason Jackson looking to pounce on it.
Jason Jackson, we've seen a great run from him just a week ago. George Leal, your race leader. Mower, not to be deterred. Right there. We're on lap 59 to 104. Approaching another pit stop here. Well, another 10 laps, Baron, and pit stops will be coming.
And we'll see some more opportunities to see somebody can pull a Nate Mower here and get out in front.
You see McCanny starting to reel him in. Ripka's reeling him in. So these guys are on the move forward here. I mean, Leal still outclassing everybody by speed on the track, but it is very, very slight. Whitford was slow that lap. I thought he ran a 10. He did, but it was a 34 instead of a 33, Baron.
It's still fast. We'll take it.
So this is where attrition starts to settle in, you know. You're past halfway here. This track starts to eat you up. You talk about fighting it. Let's go on board and let's see with Bernard Person and see if he's fighting that wheel at all.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Big turn in, big chase off. Those motions may not look like much on the screen, folks, but that guy has his hands full.
Well, when you see the wheel point towards the wall when you're an inch away from it, that's scary. It's good hands there.
Yeah, it is. Listen to that throttle, too. Listen to how the throttle reacts. He's out, and that is just cruising right here.
Well, the one thing I like about it is I don't think he completely drops it, Baron. And I see that a lot with people. I always like to have a little bit of throttle. It seems to help the car stay planted.
So he's right on the back bumper of Jason's Spear right now. Ooh, big slide there. All 4 tires, yep.
And I encourage everybody to, you know, go vote, write in Barron and Trump 2024. It's the RGR way.
It is the RGR way, that is for sure. There's nothing more RGR than that.
So when you get into office, Barron, consider this your town hall meeting. You know, what is your first course of action?
Whiskey for everybody.
I mean, he's a man of the people, folks.
Yes,
he's a man of the people.
Whiskey for everybody.
I mean, you just got my vote. It's unbelievable.
Life is better with whiskey. There's no doubt about it.
I didn't know being a politician was so easy.
It doesn't take much.
It doesn't take much at all. Sheffield underneath Ripka or Ratliff. We've seen Ratliff's problems on pit road. I don't believe he was able to get away with those. So he's a lap down. Is the 5 machine.
That's unfortunate.
36 running that bottom line. I love it. Not paying off, but I still love it.
So everybody used to call it the Harvick line, right? They used to watch Kevin Harvick get around this track. He was the best at it. And he never got up off that yellow line, and everybody else was, and he was the only one who won 6 races.
Yeah. It always amazed me. So Leal out on a country stroll right now. Pit stops are imminent. So 38 laps remaining in this run, or in the race, I should say, Barron. We can do about 36 on fuel. Let's assume you can do 37. Are you pitting? Are you going for it with 37 to go?
Oh, I'm pitting for sure. Times slow down so much here on old tires. You just do not want to be caught without any fresh rubber here.
Well, the Toad Man is in, so Todd Gilly takes to pit road. Currently in 20th position is that Kailu Glass machine.
Title sponsor here of the RGR Series, Kailu Glass.
Well, a byproduct, of course, affordable construction specialists are out there as well. You're still trying to get them, are you not?
Nobody's reached out. I need a deck built.
Well, and just for your information, they would have to fly across the country for them, but I'm sure they're still interested.
We can build that into the cost.
Okay. Ratliff loose down on the low side. Brian Cole coming through. How about Brian Cole? He's got the Zasbys. I'm not familiar with that. If I'm butchering it, I'm sorry.
Let's take a look here at Zasby, Z-A-Z, or Zaxby.
Z-A-X.
Zaxby. It's a restaurant. Yeah, Zaxby's. Fast food chain.
All right. Do they get club sandwiches?
No, they're hamburgers, chicken, such.
So Justin White hits pit road. You got George Dibble on pit road. So interesting. These guys coming in. I like it for them. Go get you some track position. Sheffield says, I'll take some. Oh, and he's still trying to get a handle on that machine. It looked like he might have safely got in. Brian Cole right behind him.
Four-wheel slide getting in, too. Way to go there, Sheffield. Good hands.
Got to get Allstate in here as a sponsor.
That's right. The Good Hands Award.
Whiting in. There's Corey Martin hanging on to it.
Corey Martin with a rough night. Early incident got him deep in the field, and he almost did again.
So Otto Viani's in. Gay is in. Looks like Jackson and Whitford also in. We're going to hop on board with our race leader here. And he's going to stay out. So we'll go back a little bit to Jason Spear here. Spear's slowing up. He's coming in. Look pretty good there. Nice and clean entrance by Mr. Spear. Newton pitting in front of him. He's in his stall.
It's not his first day.
Leaders still out on the track as these two, are thinking about battling for tires. I mean, instead of track position. I don't know if this is wise or not.
Well, we're going to find out here, aren't we?
I mean, I think these guys who pitted get a significant advantage.
Definitely. Lots of speed. Handling is there. I never liked staying out at this track in this configuration, Dean. It just asked for trouble.
And they're still out. Here comes Mower, though. Mower, he's skating in. It looks like he got her under control. McMillan behind him looks hot.
Oh.
And that's going to be okay. Boys are pushing the boundaries of what's possible here. Our leader, George Leal, still on the track. Got to be coming in this time. We'll hop on board. Aggressive here. And did he get it woed up? I think he did. So pretty good job there. Behind him, Ripka dancing. McCaney's dancing. Oh, and McCaney's almost around. That's a big mistake by Randy McCaney.
Oh, that's going to hurt a little bit.
That's going to hurt a lot, folks, not just a little bit. Mower coming off of pit road. Newton behind him. So this is huge for Mower. Mower comes off in front of Adam Newton. This could be a race-deciding move. Great job on pit road by him. Leal comes off of pit road right now. So what kind of shape is he in? Here comes Mower. There's Leal.
He's going to pass him.
He's going right on by. Here comes Newton going by. So Leal's going to lose 2. Looks like 3 as Sheffield's going to go by as well. So, hold on to your hats. George Leal has fallen to 4th place.
Wow, that's so disheartening. I mean, if you're George Leal, if you're George Leal, what do I got to do?
I mean, you're racing against tough competitors out here, Barrett. I mean, you want to win a race? You've led the whole thing. Every aspect will be tested. pit strategy, tire wear, all of it.
Yeah, that's true. This is going to test your mettle as a driver all the way around.
So as anticipated, though, we got ourselves a race. I mean, Mower in control here. He's got good tires. He's out front. I mean, it's his to lose. But Newton's put himself in here with this dyslexic car. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on here.
Rude.
I love it, by the way. Fantastic paint. I do. A little schizophrenic, but
I love it.
Sheffield trying to make some moves back here. I'm not sure who he's battling. Well, that's Leal. So Leal's gotten by Sheffield. Good for Leal, up to third. He's not done yet. Another big winner, Brian Cole, right here coming through your camera. I mean, Brian Cole has moved up to 5th place. He's up 17 spots. Him and Justin White, your big movers on the night.
Big run there by Brian. Get himself into the top 5. That's huge.
Yeah, awesome job. I didn't see it coming here tonight, but there he is. White up to 9th. You look a little further back, you got Daryl Spear. He is in 14th position, up 14 spots. George Dibble's picked up 14 spots. He's in 16th. And you got Whiting up 9, and Lester hits pit road. Leal continuing his march towards the front. He comes underneath the Mr. Adam Newton.
Getting all he can here, Dean.
Yeah, Newton's not going to give it up here. This is the end of the run, or the end of the race. Not going to give up second. So Newton going to run this high line here. This could really help out Nate Mower.
Real battle going on right now here.
That was Ricky Williams there.
Yep, on pit road.
So Leal gets clear of Newton, and now it's Mower and Leal one more time. Don't count out Sheffield or Newton quite yet, or forget about the likes of Ripka or Cole. Lots of guys still have hope. Wow. I mean, hope, but it's a long ways here. We'll be right on with Ripka in 5th. Don't see nothing in front of him, Barron. We'll go move up to Sheffield here, and you can see even he's got a long way to go. That is a helpless feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. Knowing how loose this truck is going to get on him, too. But you got no choice except to go try to run him down.
A little piece of the grass there for Sheffield. Doing a nice job here, but patience running out. 22 laps to go in the Georgia Peach 160. Battle for the race lead.
Dean, these things can get so loose on the front stretch, that truck will be loose all the way down the stretch.
Leal powering on the bottom, somehow making that thing stick. But the momentum with the high side, Mower pulls back out front. Leal regroups, rethinks, takes another dirt to the inside.
Can he make it stick? Is this a full send here?
I mean, who knows if he's going to lose patience or not. It's looking good here, but Mower is not going to be deterred. He is going to fight. Good corner by both. The run goes to Mower, though, as he surges forward one more time.
Guys will actually side draft just to make you even looser.
Yeah, amazing job. Both guys give him plenty of room here. I can't believe how Leal is running that bottom. He has not broken loose one time. Mower is going to start to creep down that track and pinch him a bit if this continues. great fight here, Baron.
Yeah, that lap advantage Mower.
Yeah, I mean, the high side is winning out here. There's no doubt about it. The problem with the low side, as much as I love it, if you don't have the whole track to work with, it's a different line, isn't it, Baron?
It sure is. And you got to be careful around your fellow competitors. Get in there and rough him up too much. He might come give you that favor back.
And right there, he was right on the bumper, and wow, he gets right up there again. I love what he's doing. He's filling up that mirror of the 60 machine.
And that'll get him loose too. The closer he gets to that rear spoiler, it takes the air off of it. That driver out in front will get real loose here.
Yes, there's an unknown driver, an unspecified driver that would do this to me religiously. So this time, Leal, another move down to the inside. The 60, so steady, he's just going to raise his line. He's going to make you beat him. Leal's there, got a great run this time. Down into 3, can he get clear?
Not clear yet. And Nate
not
gives it full
clear.
send.
Nate is not going to let him clear himself. He's going to make him come out of it, but he doesn't have to. Leal, good run again off the corner. George Leal on the bottom with the better run, perhaps.
Still not over. He's slightly clear now, but Mower come back on the top here.
George Leal makes the move,
Clear.
Takes the lead with 16 to go. He is looking good. Mower down to the bottom.
Crossover coming.
So a little switch up and a little... He almost got the wall, got a little loose there, so he's a little uncomfortable on that high side.
Clears him, though.
And now they switch back. Mower goes up high, looking for a big run. Looks like he's got it, so he's staying there. This is a battle, folks. 15 laps to go.
Now, this is what you want, Dean. You want first and second place to battle it out. This is a great race going on here.
It is fantastic racing. Leal, though, just a little bit better. He's gotten clear now. He might set sail. I mean, Mower's not going to fall off much, but a little bit perhaps. What a job. George Leal is becoming one of the masters here in this series.
Great to see. Great to see. Love having new blood up here up front.
There's Newton. Ripka back here in 4th. Sheffield a little further back. He is in 5th. Brian Cole a ways after that in 6th. He's up 16 spots. There's Bernard Person with teammate Jason Spear. They're running 7th and 8th. Justin White, he's up 17 spots, officially the big mover in the race tonight. Randy McCanny has fallen to 10th, so the 12 with a pit stop that buggered him up and once getting a little loose on the track. Those two combined, Baron, have really hurt the 12.
You got to be happy with the top 10, though, don't you?
Absolutely. I mean, Atlanta's a tough track out here. Right behind them, you got Gay, Otto Viani, and I think that was...
Whitford?
Yes, that's a Smashburger machine right there. So McMillan down a lap right now. Wow. Not sure what happened to McMillan. Out front, Mower still in her screen there, Baron.
Oh, he's not giving up here, Dean. 12 to go.
There is no give up. Gay and Otto Viani and McMillan going at it. Otto Viani right behind them. This is not a battle for position. Oh, and Gay wiggling. He's shaking a tail feather there, and there's Justin White. He's shaking more than a tail feather.
Big wiggle, lot of hand. Whew.
So White, our big mover on the night, no more. Now, Brian Cole's your big mover. He's up to 6th.
Big drive. Big drive by Brian.
And I should have noticed before that Furniture Mart's logo on the back, go get yourself a mattress down at Furniture Mart. You could probably use one, Baron.
Yeah. Because the one I have has got a lot of dents in it, Dane.
Just don't put a blue light on that thing.
Not a blue light special anymore, is it? Red light district in here.
Oh boy. Well,
Oh,
that
boy.
put into the wall there, right in front of Mower. So 9 to go. Leal, once again, doing a whale of a job. Here's the battle for third. It's Newton and Ripka slugging it out. And all the personalities on the Newton machine. So when you take a look at these paints, just that first look here, what is your favorite old Earnhardt scheme? You like them in the blue and yellow? You like them in the gold and silver? Or the black and
left
silver?
front is the black and silver, the Ironhead paint. Yep. Oh,
Wow.
dinged it up there too.
So close, almost contact. Ripka's through. Newton to fourth. I'm kind of partial to that yellow and blue, the old, can't remember off the top of my head.
Wrangler machine.
Wrangler,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Out front, Leal walking away a little bit now. Mower has slipped back over a second behind. Ripka's got third after taking it by Newton. Newton chasing that car now. And Sheffield not within range. So these things are getting settled. Darrell Spear comes on pit road with 7 to go. Wow. He's having a great run here.
Well, can't make it. Gotta have gas. Gotta have fuel.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, technically. Wow, big loose right in front of the 51. Oh my goodness. Lap truck, hands full.
Well, that's Todd the Toad Man Gilly up there on the high side. Looking pretty good right now. Leaders coming up on him. So 5 to go. Leal just got to keep it clean here. He's got lap car on the high side, one behind him, and that guy's coming as well. I think that's Lester down there. It is. So Fred Lester down
Fresh
on
tires,
the bottom coming through. They both get by Gilly. It looks like Lester not too interested, or is he, on getting by George Leal? Leal coming down to 4 to go.
Well, he's gonna have to. He's there. You know, you're either there or you're not. You either check up or you pass him here. You don't want him back there like that the whole time.
No, you're exactly right. This is the last place you want someone, is right here. You're like, just go already.
Right.
But
You caught me.
but
I'll
you
let
can
you go.
see he's given the room. I mean, Fred's probably doing the exact right thing. It's just, as a leader, you know this is the only thing that could possibly harm you, and he's within 1 car length.
And where's Mower?
Mower has
Oh,
fallen back a little
yeah.
bit right there.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say,
Mower,
if you're Nate Mower, you're like, get out of the way.
So 3 to go. George Leal trying to win the Georgia Peach 160. You know, this is a long and treacherous race out here. George has been so smooth. He's done everything right, Baron. He's got 1 lap to go. 2 to go, sorry.
Heck of a run here by George. You're really enjoying this.
And Ripka, he's separated himself from Newton. Sheffield way back in 5th. So it's all about Leal. He's down through 4. He's going to take the white flag.
One to go here, Dean.
Yes, sir. White flag out. George Leal separating himself, doing an awesome job. He's out of Winchester, Virginia. To 51 down the backstretch, and Lester all along has been hanging around. We're right behind him. George Leal through 3, through 4, looking clean so far. Gonna be a victory here for George Leal in the Georgia Peach 160. Mower will come home in second. Ripka third. There's Newton in fourth. Sheffield will get fifth. Brian Cole sixth. Then you got Bernard Person coming through along with Jason Spear, Randy McCanney, and Michael Ottoviani gets himself a top 10.
Great run by Lance Ripka. Haven't seen him on a podium in a while. It's good to see him there.
Yeah, definitely. Great job by Mr. Ripka out here. Buckshot, if you will. But George Leal, the talk of the town tonight. We thought maybe he made a mistake on pit road, Baron. He come out in fourth. It was no mistake to him.
Not at all. I mean, absolutely mastered the pit stop strategy. Fast truck didn't hurt either.
Yeah, fast truck never hurts, that's for sure. And you can see he's having a little bit of fun with this one, taking it to the grass here, Baron.
Burn it down, buddy. Burn it down.
And I think the walk the dog, competition may be over, or maybe not. Here we go. He's got a little something cooking here, Baron. You see him working those front wheels.
Look at that. That's a pretty good one he's got going on here, Dean.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll put that one up with the rest of them. Maybe we'll have some kind of competition at the end of the season. Right now, though, let's take a short commercial break. We'll come back. We'll get some race interviews.
I'll take one of those to go, please.
You can have one for sure, Baron. No problem.
Beautiful car.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful car. Lots of them out there, and there's of course your helicopter, Baron. Now that looks
Blue Thunder right there. Yeah.
Looks a little cramped. What's going on with all the tinting? Is what I want to know. What do you got going on in there, Baron?
Yeah, pimpin' be pimpin'.
So another good race here. Another great job by Mr. George Leal. I mean, is Leal becoming the favorite in this league now?
Well, look, he's consistent. He shows up. He's got a checkered flag now. So George Leal is a contender, and you will have to pay attention week in and week out.
There's no doubt. I mean, he is up there in the main names, of which we have quite a few now, Baron. We're talking a dozen names could win a race on any given week.
That just goes to show you the talent level that's in this league. And we had somebody earlier in the broadcast on YouTube ask, how do you get into it? Boy, if you do get into it, hang on. You found yourself some competition.
Yeah, no doubt. You talk about the talent in this league, and we bring in one of the most talented in this rig. That's Lance Buckshot Ripka, the number 52, finishing third here tonight. Congratulations, Lance.
Thanks, Dean. That was tough. Tough track. Had to keep the tires under you, but still not run soft laps. Otherwise the leaders would just get away.
Man, it's so tough, isn't it, Lance? I mean, it's almost a helpless feeling. You can make a little progress, but just a little, because the grip will hold you back every time, won't it?
Yeah, and grip seemed like it was changing about every other lap. It would be down low, you could come off real good, and then it would go away. You felt like you're on ice, and then the top side, you'd hit the top side a little bit. There was grip there, and then that would go away. Yeah, it was tough chasing the track around.
Very tough, but you managed to make some moves, Lance. You come up +7 on the night, so you're coming through. Now we got to ask you about qualifying. Is that the last thing to come back in the from the lack of practice from a month ago?
Yeah, it's the time behind in the seat practicing before each race is getting smaller towards the end of the summer. Hopefully we can change that around a little bit, but it's been pretty busy, so seat time hasn't been a very big priority at this point. So when I get into practices, I tend to try to get the long run down and just kind of race through it.
Well, let me ask you, Lance, how you spend some of your time in the summer when you're not sim racing. Well, what's one of your favorite things to do out there?
All right, now favorite thing for me to do is watch my son play baseball. He plays for the
Love it.
city amateur team, so it's been a real fun summer. They've had a really good season. Heading to state here in the next couple weeks, so it's that's been taking up a lot of the time, and then the Ripka design stuff on the side. That's been eating up a lot more of it. So just staying busy.
Well, I love it, Lance. I mean, I'm a big baseball nut and very happy to hear you and your son out there enjoying one of the great traditions of the American pastime there in some baseball. But we love it when you're out on the track. We love seeing you here in the top three. Congrats again on another great finish, and we'll give you the floor, brother. Anybody you want to shout out or thank?
I want to shout out to George and Nathan. They ran a hell of a race. They kicked my butt on pit road. But you guys for putting on this broadcast. You guys do a hell of a job. Greg, George, um, Todd, his name was slipping my head. Those guys do amazing things for this league and have made it what it is today. Ripka Designs and Affordable Construction Services. All them guys that have put some money into the league to keep the broadcast going.
Love it. Can't wait for my Ripka designs for the next race on Sunday. Baron Lance Ripka there with a third place finish here tonight.
Yeah, great to see Lance make the podium. Been a minute, and it's good to have him up there. But I'm standing here with Nate Mower. Nate, second place finish tonight, but boy, what a gap. What'd you need tonight?
Needed a pit on the same lap that George did there at the end. I kind of tried being sneaky there. He was going around the lap car, entering three, and I was like, man, now's my time to pit. Maybe that lap car kind of tangle him up a little bit. And you've seen the 1 lap difference in tires. It killed me, man. But I don't care where I would have finished. To be honest with you, man, that was some freaking awesome racing there with George. There pretty much the whole race. After maybe 30 laps into that first run, man, we were neck and neck pretty much the whole thing. So big shout out to him. That was a lot of fun.
Well, it was a lot of fun in the booth too, Nate. I got to be honest with you. We were really enjoying the side-by-side racing you guys were putting on for our fans and for the spectators. So a few races in, and not exactly a W, but you're doing a full-time run with us this year.
That's the plan, man. Long story short, when I first came in here, 2 gentlemen in here sat down with me and kind of said how caution fest and everything, whatever. I want to go try it. And dude, there's no cautions in here, so why not go run for a championship? I have no excuse why not to run in here because the racing's so great. So I'm gonna go for a championship, but dude, there's some heavy hitters in here, so we're have to see what happens.
Really good point of view. I like that. So, Nate, the floor is yours. Who you want to thank for second place tonight?
Well, I gotta thank George Lill for putting me here in second place. So shout out to him. Shout out to you guys up in the booth, Dean, all you guys up there, Baron. Shout out to all the sponsors in here. I'm still somewhat new, but yeah, thanks to everybody, Todd, George, all of them, and I guess I want to find out if they listen to this broadcast or not. But whoever's in charge of the sponsoring each broadcast race, hit me up and I will send you some money for the next broadcast or whenever. So I'd like to sponsor one because it's such a great league. But shout out to everybody in here that makes this league a great league and keep it clean and green.
Yeah, that's right. That's the way to do it too. So, look, what is your favorite sandwich? I mean, of all the sandwiches in the world, which one's your go-to?
BLT baby.
Oh, that's two BLTs. Dean's
That's
very
right,
happy to
that's
hear
right.
that.
Just lose the T and we're good.
That's right.
That's because you're from Canada, Dean.
That's
It's
right.
all right, man. It's all good, buddy.
Canadians don't like tomatoes. Is that
Well,
what you're
hey,
saying?
Nate, there's
They
a
don't know how to
rumor.
grow them.
There's a
They don't know how to
rumor
grow
out
'em up
there
there.
that Trump found a new VP. It might be Barron right here.
Well, at least I'll eat a tomato on a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. Shit.
All right, wrap it up here.
Yeah, that's second place, Nate Mower, another BLT aficionado.
All right, love it. Love what Nate's saying. Love what he's doing. Love what he's eating. And I also love he is ready to sponsor races. That's always a great sign of a great league. And we bring in a great racer, the number 51, George Leal. Another victory. Congratulations, George. Amazing job here in the Georgia Peach 160.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
So George, we'll cut right to the main part. We thought, a pit, a lap later, perhaps, however you want to put it. You come out in fourth. How concerned were you?
I was a little concerned. I felt like Nate was a little better than me on the end of the run, and I knew the longer I ran and the longer I kept him out, the shorter the run would be. But I didn't realize that I was going to end up with two cars in between us, so I was lucky to be able to get it done.
Well, yeah, I mean, you did a great job, and then you come down to that battle with Nate, and you're sitting there for, I don't know, 5 to 10 laps side by side, where you're thinking, oh boy, maybe I can't beat him here from the low line.
Yeah, I knew he needed to be on the outside, and I knew I wanted to get to the outside, but I knew it was going to be hard to do, so I was trying to be a little patient to see if he would slip up and leave it open, but he wasn't. So I think I made one attempt down there and got back behind him and got another run. And I knew when I got down there, I just needed to keep on hitting my marks and not get the rear end sliding off the corner. And hopefully eventually I'll get clear. Last couple corners there, I drove it in a little deeper and it stuck.
Yeah, you definitely did. Now we talk a lot about the looseness of this track and fighting it, the skatey on the front end and all that. We didn't notice a whole lot of that from you, George. Was that the key here tonight to literally never have that happen so those tires don't get heated up?
Oh yeah. Watching the broadcast back on previous races, I hear you guys talk about it. Just do not do it one time, and you don't have to worry about it as much. So I try to keep that in mind when we're on slick tracks and just be real gentle with the throttle. And I feel like I did pretty good at it.
Boy, oh boy, did you, George. You're putting your name, I mean, not putting, you're there, right? You've been there for a while, and now you might be ascending to the very top of the list. In the points, though, third here. It's early in the season. How are you feeling? I mean, you got to be feeling good. You're in, within striking distance here. Some tough competitors. How are you feeling about a championship run, perhaps?
Yeah, I'd love to make a run for it. First two races for me were a little rough. Got tangled up at Daytona, my fault there, and then another mess up at I forget what the next track was, Texas maybe, but I sped on pit road, spun out there. But hopefully we can put some good runs together. Hopefully I can make all the races. Depends on work, but y'all know how that is.
Absolutely, George. Well, we hope you're here because you're thrilling to watch out on the track. Congrats on another victory here, the Georgia Peach 160. We'll give you the floor, brother. Anybody you want to shout out, you go right ahead.
Yeah, appreciate Nate running me clean. Really like racing that guy. He reminds me a lot of Lance Ripka. Anytime you're around those guys, they're going to be fast. They're going to be calculated and race you clean. I really appreciate that. Appreciate the league, everybody stepping up, making this thing happen, especially Mike Brown and Shannon Brown, Jason Brantley, and I'm sure a whole bunch of others. Thank Todd and George for keeping this league going and going in a real good direction. I appreciate the way they run it.
All
I also want to make a shout out to my Uncle Paul, Matt's season. I guess she had a rough couple of days and he missed the race tonight, so he could be with her. So prayers with them. Hopefully she feels better.
Absolutely. We'll join in on giving those prayers as well. Baron, race winner, George Leal, back in victory lane in the number 51.
Great to see the 51 machine in victory lane. It's great to have George up there. What an ambassador for the sport. I'm really happy. And Dean, what a race. So much side-by-side racing. Great drivers doing great things. I love it. Great night here at Atlanta.
Yeah. I mean, this is old school racing. This is what we love. You know, this is a 30 car field, Baron, going with no cautions virtually every race. So, I mean, if you're interested, I mean, at this point, it's going to be tough to get in here. I'll tell you that. You better be a clean racer. You better be on your game and do maybe a little begging to get in here, Baron.
I'm not above begging. If I get a chance to race this, I'm going to.
Baron does beg. That is a known fact at this point.
Yeah, but she always turns me down.
That's why the begging continues, folks.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, we'll see if there's any begging next Thursday. We'll have all that action here. It's RGR Racing League, brought to you by the Affordable Construction Specialists, who actually, I think, in the comments on YouTube might have said, "Send me plane fare, Baron, and we got a deal or something." I'm not sure. You have to look in on that one. But nonetheless, from Atlanta Motor Speedway, that's going to wrap it up. I'm Dean Doucette. He's Baron Labosco. We'll see you right here next time on Wind Tunnel TV.